Hey Liberty family, man, we are so excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow we are worshiping right here on the lawn. I'm actually sitting on our stage that we've got prepared for our band to worship from and to bring the word from. And I just wanted to come really quick this morning with just some reminders to you as we're planning on gathering. Number one, man, I want to remind you, if you don't feel comfortable quite getting out yet, we will still be doing online worship. We will still be gathering digitally on Facebook and YouTube tomorrow as well, right here live. So if you still feel like you and your family needs to be at home, we still want you to gather with us digitally. Man, if you're coming, there's going to be a couple things we're going to share with you in here in a minute. If you want to come out and belong, we're going to tell you where to park. If you want to stay in your car, we're going to have a place for you to park as well. We're going to tell you about the restrooms and stuff like that here in just a moment, so hang with me. But before we do that, man, I just want to really encourage you tomorrow as we get together, and I can't tell you how excited I am for us to be able to gather here on the lawn this Sunday. But I wanted to remind you of this, and I want us as a church family to live this out tomorrow as we gather together. I know some of us, man, we are ready to shake hands and hug necks and, you know, just be back to church as normal. And others are still a little hesitant, and that's okay. That's okay, because you need to do what you feel is right for you and your family. But as we gather, and if you're coming here physically tomorrow, I want us to live out what our key verse was last summer, others over self, and it come out of Philippians chapter 2 verses 3 and 4. And I just want to remind you of these verses, and this is what I want to challenge us as we gather tomorrow and the next few weeks to truly live these verses out as a church family. It says this: do nothing out of selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility consider others as more important than yourselves. Everyone should look out not only for his own interest, but also the interest of others. So as we gather tomorrow, I want you just to remember, if we're here physically, that maybe not everyone's exactly where you're at. They might not be quite ready for that handshake or anything. So I really want you to think of others over yourself tomorrow, and man, just come. And I want to remind you of this: as we gather tomorrow, we're not coming here tomorrow, you know, focused on germs. We're coming here tomorrow to focus on Jesus. I truly believe that, man, God wants to show up and show out tomorrow, and it's all going to be determined on where our focus is. We do want to ask you, if you've been sick over the past few days, we want to ask you to stay at home and join us digitally. If you are some of those that are at high risk, we really want you to pray and seek the Lord if you should still remain at home for a couple more weeks to make sure that it's safe for you. But we just want you to follow Jesus and let him lead you through these next couple of days. And man, we want our focus to be on Jesus. So now we're going to take a few minutes, walk around, show you where to pull, show you where to park, and just give you some more information as we get ready to worship. A couple things I just want to remind you that you probably want to bring tomorrow. Number one, if you're planning on being out in the field, it is actually 10:15 right now as I'm sitting out here, and it is a beautiful day. It's supposed to actually be 5 degrees cooler tomorrow morning, so man, it is almost just a perfect day to be outside. But it's several things you might want to remember to bring. Number one is your Bible. Of course, we're not going to have screens set up outside for you to see the scriptures. So tomorrow we want to really encourage you to bring your copy of God's Word. You may want to bring a hat tomorrow. So if you're going to be sitting outside, and you might want to bring your pair of sunglasses, and also maybe a bottle of water to have with you just in case you get thirsty. So man, I can't wait to kind of show you around and give you the details on our plan for tomorrow. All right, Liberty, so tomorrow when you get here, there's 2 different places that we're going to ask you to park according to what you are going to do. If you're planning on staying in your car tomorrow, where we want to ask you to pull in is to the entrance right here at the fellowship hall. We want you to pull in, and as you can see right here at this one, you'll see the church fans, the fellowship hall, and we want you to pull in right here. When you pull in, we're going to pull you right up there. You can see the Suburban parked up, and we're going to line you up right there at the field. If you're planning on sitting out in the field, which I know a lot of you have already responded and said that that's what your plan is, we want to ask you to go on up and pull in Sims Harris Road on the other side of our church and park on that side of the church or up at the office, and you can walk down the sidewalk to get to the field. So those are 2 areas we want you to park. If you're planning on staying in your car, we'll have you some places right here at the fellowship hall. You pull in here. For everyone else, we ask that you pull in on the other side of the church, park up at the office, and if that gets full, we can of course park out in our field. All the way out to where our furthest car will be parked if you're staying in your car. And you can see the stage there with the tractor trailer where our band and everything will be set up, and we'll have our sound system up and going in the morning. And that way, hey, you're still gonna be able to see good from right here and also hear good from right here. Also, if you was planning on bringing a tent to set up, that is totally fine, but we want to ask you, if you can, if you get your tent, to set up along the line here along the graveyard. That way you won't be in anybody's view, but feel free, man, we can set up a bunch of tents down through there. So if that's something you want to do, feel free to bring them, set them up along the line here. That way we're not hindering anybody. So when you get here, there will be a couple things up at the stage available for you. Number one, there will be a tithe and offering bucket for you if you want to do that before service begins. If you're wanting to still write a check or got some cash to drop in, there'll be a bucket on a table right in front of the stage for you to do that. And we'll have a time at the end of service for you to do that as well. But also up there's going to be a table that Miss Amanda, our children's ministry leader, has made for your kiddos. It's a packet with some coloring sheets, some sermon notes like we gave out before, and there'll be individual packs of crayons for you to come up and grab for your kiddos before the service begins. There'll be a table. All that will be located right at the stage. Restroom. So if you do have to use the restroom, or one of your kiddos have to use the restroom, here the fellowship hall will be open. These doors will be propped open just like this, and you can walk in. Of course, the men's room here, the ladies' rooms here. As you come in, there will be here for your use. There's some gloves here, some cleaning disinfectant wipes for you to wipe down if that's something you feel you need to do. Also, there's hand sanitizer machine right here at the front door for you to go in. So these restrooms have been cleaned. You see we got soap in there. And also we got that table set up for the men's side, and we got the same exact setup over here for the ladies' restroom. And just remind you ladies, if you do have a baby that needs changing, there is a changing station right there. But we got all this. We're gonna ask, that you help us out and take the responsibility. We're in this together to, use these if you feel the need to clean. That way you can make sure that it's clean before you... Everybody, that's about it. So I just want to say we're so excited about tomorrow and what God is going to do. We're coming expecting. We just want to ask you just one thing. This is what we're asking everybody. Use common sense. Use common sense for what's best for you and your family, and we can't wait to gather with you, whether it's here in person tomorrow or whether you gather with us online. We can't wait to see you there and worship the King. Let's put our focus on Him. There's a lot going on in our world right now that can divert our attention away from Jesus, and I just want to challenge you tomorrow as you get ready. Come expecting, open your heart up, and I truly believe that God is going to do something in your life. God bless, and we'll see you in the morning.